I give the floor now to Pakistan.
Thank you very much, distinguished chairperson. Pakistan aligns itself with the statement delivered by Italy on behalf of UFC. I would like to make supplementary remarks in my national capacity. It is evident from the statements made that there is a broad convergence among the member states about the need for an increase in the Council's membership to make it reflective of the current global realities. We are of the view that the size of an expanded Council is directly related to it being equitable, representative, democratic, accountable, efficient, and transparent. Moreover, given the significant change in the UN's membership since 1945, wherein mostly small and medium-sized states joined the organization, it is vital that any future composition and size of the Council is based on the principle of equitable representation to ensure that the voice and concerns of these majority of states are heard on issues concerning the maintenance of international peace and security. My delegation would like to underline that for the sake of equity and democracy, the UFC has proposed that Security Council's expansion take place only in the category of elected, non-permanent members. We remain staunchly opposed to proposals for permanent seats, as there is no justification for creating new centers of privilege within the UN. Our goal is to democratize the Council and support a reform that corresponds to the interests of the large majority of member states and regional and cross-regional groups, not just a few self-appointed states. Therefore, as the UFC has proposed, additional elected members will enhance regional representation and ownership, imparting more legitimacy to the Council. The UFC proposal would also accommodate the desire of cross-regional groups, such as the Arab Group, the OIC, SIDS, and other smaller countries, for adequate representation on the Council. A large number of non-permanent members will balance the influence of the permanent members. On the contrary, if additional permanent members are included in the Council, it will mathematically reduce the prospects for representation for the rest of the UN member states. After all these years of discussions, whatever number of seats we might finally decide to increase in a reformed or enlarged Council, 5, 8, 10, or 12, it must be realized that it is going to be a small number. We cannot afford a model that attempts to allocate a major chunk of these new seats permanently to 4 or 5 individual countries, leaving nothing for the rest of the membership. Instead, new seats should allow for fair rotation that would increase the chances for all members of all regions or sub-regions to be represented in the Council. We believe the Council's membership must be accountable, collectively and individually, to the UN membership, which is represented in the General Assembly. Any state present on the Security Council permanently, whether it possesses a veto or not, will not change the status quo, as they claim, but will further entrench the status quo. This is a critical and fundamental basis for the UFC's assertion that expansion in the Security Council should take place only in the non-permanent category. Mr. Chair, my delegation is glad that you included in the cluster debate on regional representation. It is an issue which in many aspects is most closely linked to the agenda of the Security Council reform debate. This flows from the fact that all member states, regions, and other groups of states have strong and vital interest in the reform of the Council. Our position is clear. In any expansion, each seat allocated permanently to an individual country will be a permanent blow to equitable geographical distribution or regional representation in any sense of the word. We want to accommodate the interests of all states and regional groupings. This can be best achieved through addition of regular non-permanent seats, which in our view is the most equitable and fair option by any comparison. A regional approach which ensures equitable geographical representation should be the central plank of our discussions encompassing the 5 clusters. The UFC's proposal is premised on a regional approach allocating seats in an existing Council of 27 in accordance with the number of states members in each of the 5 UN-recognized regions. Allocation of more seats to each region, particularly the underrepresented ones, which will allow for adequate representation of their sub-regions as well. The distinguished PR of Italy has already outlined the UFC's proposed distribution of seats in an expanded council. We understand the African desire for adequate representation, which is a demand on behalf of the entire continent endorsed by the African Union. If the African regional approach is agreed, it should also be applied to other regions. However, presently, there is no such consensus in other regions, where some countries are pursuing their individual interests, which runs counter to the principles of reform. The UFC sees the African desire to have 2 permanent seats on the Council as being different from the claim of 4 member states to individual permanent seats for themselves in their national capacity without reference to an agreement of their respective regions. States tagged to individual countries and seats tagged to individual countries and occupied by them permanently go against equitable representation and other objectives of reform. Such seats neither enhance representativeness nor promote the objectives of regional representation. Pakistan believes that the proposal by UFC for creation of more non-permanent members with equitable geographical representation elected to ensure accountability is the best option, and accountability can only be established through periodic elections. Finally, let me reiterate that Security Council reform involves the fundamental national interests of all UN member states. Effective and meaningful reform can be achieved as stipulated in Decision 62/557 and Resolution 53/30 only through the widest possible agreement of member states, that is, consensus. Text-based negotiations will become possible once we have agreed on a quote-unquote model for Security Council reform, a model which encompasses full convergence on all the 5 clusters of issues. I thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
I thank the distinguished representative of Pakistan.